I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers, just like that, have become must-watch Sunday television.
Hold on, I have something for that. Hold on.
What is
That's a bomb you dropped, kid.
Go find your happiness, young men. Go find your happiness.
But like, you're Kyrie Irving. You're supposed to do stuff like that. Like, 1 year when I suck and don't pay attention, can I just get a lot right instead of wrong? Like, it's ridiculous.
It's not guilt. I just think you're a fool and I can't respect you.
Because at least in women's college basketball, I know of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. That's twice as many as Kyle Filipowski.
If I could turn back time.
I don't know anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself.
Let's have perfect brackets.
Because Kanye keeps talking everywhere.
Robots. Boom. We're done. Robots.
Beetle's been waiting to have her moment to talk about Wemby.
I don't go to Reddit. I have a life and friends.
I don't know, but this is what happens when you let virgins decide things.
Looks like I just taught a lot of people a lot of things. Edit it all to make it sound like it made sense, please.
I know. Leave that just as it was.
From Andre, I'm Michelle Beadle.
And I am Peter Rosenberg.
And this is Over the Top. So here's how the show works. Best stories of the week in sports and pop culture. They face off, and we're going to crown a champion and answer one simple question. What is the undisputed most important thing on planet Earth this week? We're going to decide it the only way we know how, using Royal Rumble rules. We start with two stories, decide which one's more worthy to discuss, and which one has to go. After 90 seconds, a new story will be introduced, and we got to decide whether we want to keep talking about our current story or switch to the new one. It's all very important information, Peter. We don't know the order of stories coming our way.
Of course we don't.
I know, but we get to decide the most important thing. Which ones get thrown over the top rope? Peter, what's up first?
All right, our first topics of the day. NFL free agency is winding down and a host of QBs have found new homes. Kirk Cousins to Atlanta, Sam Howell to Seattle, Justin Fields and Russell Wilson to Pittsburgh. Ayo, Pittsburgh. Plus, quarterbacks are slated to go 1, 2, and 3 in the draft. That's topic number one.
Okay.
Up against, dig this, after hitting a dazzling left-handed running hook shot buzzer beater versus Denver, Kyrie Irving has the Hoops world singing his praises once again after a tumultuous last 7 years since leaving Cleveland. Jay Williams recently called him the most skilled player in the history of the game.
Didn't other people call him that as well? You know, people currently playing basketball in the NBA?
Yeah, but Jason Williams went to Duke, and so did Kyrie.
What about Jason Tatum?
Whoa. Don't bring up Jason Tatum when we're talking about
I think
Duke
he's
players.
the one. Is he not the one that tweeted he's the most skilled MFer in the game?
Well, maybe, but I like Jason Tatum in a different way because he's a Celtic. So I'd prefer you not mention it. Do you want to talk about the QB shuffle going on in the NFL or the resurgent Kyrie?
I don't really want to talk about Kyrie. I mean, I'm happy that he's found his place and he's having a nice time and he looked like he really enjoys his teammates and that's cool and all, but the Mavs aren't going to win the West. They're certainly not going to the finals. I don't know that we need to talk about them. And let's be honest, we're looking on our screens right now, a picture of Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, and it's going to get lit. Direct quote from Russell Wilson. Peter, let's throw the Mavs over the top, shall we?
Kyrie Irving, you are out of here. And by the way, like hitting a cool game winner, it's awesome. But like you're Kyrie Irving, you're supposed to do stuff like that. Like, come on, man. That's what Kyrie Irving's supposed to do. We're going to throw a party because Kyrie hit a big shot.
I mean, it's pretty. It was pretty.
No, it was a sick. To do that left-handed was a sick shot, but whatever. Which quarterback situation intrigues you the most here, Beetle?
I'm about to say something, and I can't believe I'm about to say it. Given all of the angst and ridiculousness that Russell Wilson brings forth in my emotional well-being, I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers, just like that, have become must-watch Sunday television.
Hold on, I have something for that. Hold on. Wow.
What is that?
Wow. That's a bomb you dropped, kid.
I know, it's a bomb. Here's why. You've got discount quarterbacks. They're not actually discount quarterbacks, but you bought them at a discount. It's like going to a garage sale and possibly finding a real, authentic Hermes Birkin bag, and they didn't know about it. Now, it could also just be you find out it's a crappy fake Hermes Birkin bag. We don't know yet. That's why it's must-see television. Russell Wilson's going to be the starter. They told us 2 different times, enough to tell Kenny Pickett that he wanted to get out of town. And then you got Justin Fields, the youth, the guy that could be the future, sitting there waiting. Dude, must-see television.
I have one important question from everything you just said. Hermes makes Birkin bags?
Yeah, isn't that Hermes?
I didn't know that. You mean it's like a Mercedes-Benz Maybach situation?
Correct. Yeah, Birkins are made by Hermes.
I did not
Sorry,
know.
my perfect French sometimes throws people off as I am a polyglot on my best days.
By the way, our mutual friend Don LaGreca today said in complete seriousness that over the weekend he had a steak Fritz for dinner. I just want you to know that.
It's close. He's close.
So by the way, you're right. It has everything. Like Justin Fields he's shown me flashes of greatness. Like I see, and frankly, he looks like exactly the guy whose career could be resuscitated in under Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson, I just don't know if he has it. And most importantly, here's why this is going to blow up, because locker rooms don't like Russell Wilson. So they're going to end up turning on him if he's not good. You're going to start, and then it'll be one of those things where, you know, Justin Fields comes into one game, throws a few good completions, and all of a sudden there's a different pep in everybody's step, and everybody wants to play for Justin. Now, I don't know. Justin Fields may be a tool as well. We don't know yet. But reportedly, the Bears locker room loved Justin Fields. So
Ooh, they could have T-shirts. The locker room will have T-shirts. So they're flipping out for Fields, and they'll just I'll work on that. That's really obviously my first take.
We're workshopping it.
We're going to workshop it. Up next, the floodgates are opening. College basketball transfer portal open this week. The portal will remain open. By the way, just saying the portal will remain open for 45 days before closing on Wednesday, May 1st sounds bizarre and like extraterrestrial. But here we are. The portal will, in fact, remain open for 45 days. Do we want to continue talking about the quarterback situation in the NFL, specifically Pittsburgh, or switch over to the transfer portal, Peter?
Man, I think we've said what needs to be said, even though I love the Russell Wilson situation, so much potential for drama. I feel like we should toss it over the top because I have my complaints about the portal.
You have complaints about the portal? What are you, a 75-year-old dude that wants to coach football or something?
No, it's not that. And so let's throw the Justin Fields, Russell Wilson of it all over the top. No more QB talk. The reason I don't like the transfer portal has nothing to do with that. I think players should have every right to do what coaches do. I just think all of them move entirely too much, and it has zonked my interest in college basketball.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I just don't like, it's whack to me on every level. And like, don't get me wrong. I want, the St. Peter's story last year was amazing, right?
Sure.
And you love to see Holloway then get the chance. And I get it. Upward mobility is awesome, but it's sort of like with no standard whatsoever, there's like no reason to follow so many teams. So if you're not UConn, Kentucky, Duke, Carolina, like a perpetually great team, I don't know. I guess listen, as the kids say.
Were we following those other teams before? Was I supposed to be? Let me start there.
Well, listen, no. But like, don't get me wrong. I'm a casual. I'm the definition of a casual. So what'll happen is, one year in the tournament, you'll like get into a story of a team.
Sure.
And then next year, the tournament comes around and you're like, where's that upstart Well, what about the star? They all left, huh? Okay. They're just, I'm just not into it. Listen, truth be told, this was my favorite event in all of sports, World Cup and the NCAA tournament. Last year, I did not fill out a bracket for the first time. I went from
Peter Jackson Rosenberg. What?
It was probably my first time since about 9 years old. I went from 9 to 43. And in like the years like 11 through 28,
Yeah.
Oh, I was so hardcore. I would print up my picks on a piece of paper and carry it in my pocket for 2 weeks. I was obsessed.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, I feel so disconnected. I'm sorry.
Well, as somebody who just refused to ever memorize anybody, I'm just exactly where I've always been. I'm going to fill out my bracket with little to no knowledge. I'm going to claim to be an expert for the next several weeks. I'll be shocked when my bracket's not perfect after the first weekend, obviously. And then I'll do it all again next year. Perfection.
By the way, this is a professional sports broadcaster, and I appreciate your honesty. Also, 1 year when I suck and don't pay attention, can I just get a lot right instead of wrong? Like, it's ridiculous.
You're gonna. You should fill out a bracket now.
I'm going to, but like, I used to really care and do work, and every once in a while, I'd actually like kill it and get like 29 of 32 in the first round. Now, when I don't care, I'm like, what are the odds? I'll pick the favorites. It's fine. It'll be like 18 of 32. I'm out by Saturday. It sucks.
It is scientific proof. It's been proven over and over again. Dogs and children are better at picking out the brackets than those of us who have dedicated our lives to sport.
Up next, March Madness is upon us. And the women's NCAA tournament bracket is rife with controversy. Fans and pundits are railing against the committee for placing Iowa in the same region as UCLA and LSU, setting Caitlin Clark and the Hawkeyes up for a Herculean road to the women's Final Four. Do we want to talk about the women's bracket situation or stay with the transfer portal?
These are very similar stories because I believe on the men's side, people were crying as well. That being said, I'm going to say goodbye and throw the transfer portal over the top, albeit I am very stoked about the transfer portal. Go find your happiness, young men. Go find your happiness.
Beautifully said.
Okay, here's the deal. Do we really think that the people in charge of putting this bracket together, the committee, as it were, had it in their best interest to screw Iowa with the most visible and arguably most well-known woman player in the business? Do we think that that even logically makes sense? Or is it just so, does it happen that this is the road? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't UConn on the men's side also have a tough road to get through? And they're the top dogs on the men's side. So you're saying, here's the thing. People are seeing it exactly wrong. It feels like it.
The people who are upset about are saying, oh, they screwed us. When really what happened is they did it authentically and you wished they screwed with it to make it work for you. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Like, why didn't you just make it so it would have given us the best possible outcome? But unfortunately, they rolled the dice. It ended up how it ended up. Listen, I hear you, but if she ends up making it, it's not just Caitlin. If Iowa ends up making it through and getting to the final, it'll just be that much greater a story.
I'm sorry, did you say it's not just Caitlin? What are you, an expert now?
Yeah, you got tall lady, medium sized,
ponytail.
What'd you say?
A ponytail. I call her ponytail.
Oh, you got ponytail. You got the double pony.
By the way, I'd like to preface this and also remind everyone, my knowledge for this is exactly the same as on the men's side. I call it short hair, braids. No. I'll tell you why I know you're lying. Why? Because at least in women's college basketball, I know of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Oh, that's a good point. It's a great point.
That's twice as many as Kyle Filipowski.
Dude, we have to fill out a bracket on the women's side. That one will probably win.
I'm in. I'm in for the women's tournament.
Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh, well, whose music is that coming up next? Is that Forgot About Dre? Dr. Dre stopped by Sirius XM's The Life of Mine with James Corden last Thursday. Made the claim that Eminem is the best MC ever. Do we want to continue talking about how Iowa got screwed in the brackets or switch to Eminem? Peter?
Oh my gosh, two great white hypes up against each other.
White hype.
This is a battle. I think we've said enough about college basketball and we should show Caitlin Clark out. Get the hell out of here. Over the top you go. Let's talk about Marshall for a second. I just want to say the following statement comes from a place of nothing but hate. Beetle, I can't tell you how long I've been waiting for the Dr. Dre, James Corden one-on-one. Finally, Dre is doing the hip hop interview. We've all been waiting. He's been elusive for years, but we knew one day he'd sit down with James Jim Bartholomew Jackson Corden and give us the interview we all needed.
How the hell did that come to be? Like, I like James Corden. He's fine.
He's fine.
But this is the sit down moment? I did not see that coming. I did not.
I know. Well, they're Hollywood friends probably, you know?
Maybe they have houses together in Malibu where they just come out on their balconies in the morning and sip their expensive coffees and just look at each other and go, we're rich. And then go back inside.
And that is a possibility here, but I'm just hating because Dr. Dre is like my red herring. Is that the word?
Is that the one? That's the guy?
Is that the thing? What's the thing that I've never seen? My white ox, my gray owl.
I thought red herring is.
It's like that's something that like throws you off. It's your holy grail. My white whale. My white whale. Never met Dr. Dre.
Interesting. He is elusive.
So I mean, is it really interesting that Dr. Dre, who put Eminem on in a real way, like Eminem's obviously already in the conversation for greatest of all time.
Sure.
So is it really shocking that Dr. Dre, who made so much money with Eminem,
he's a
even more than he made with Snoop,
Fair.
I would imagine.
Which doesn't make sense to me, but yeah.
But even it's not shocking that he would say that. I mean, by most people's standards, M is top 5, top 10. If you're a big hater, top 20. So Dr. Dre having him number 1, I take no issue with this.
I don't have an opinion. I mean, I love Eminem's music, but I guess you're right. I mean, Eminem doesn't exist. Look, he probably would have made it somehow, but Dr. Dre put him on the map. It is crazy, though, that he could have named anyone. It wasn't who's the greatest MC you've ever worked with. It was who's the greatest MC of all time. That is pretty good.
Right. But think about it. Let's say in the conversation, he's got 5 to 7 people all round and around his head.
Yeah.
And there's this one guy who the second he saw him rap was like, oh my God, this guy's insane. It's not shocking that guy would then always be his guy. It just, it makes sense, you know?
Where do you think he had Snow? Like 7?
Well,
maybe 6.
Good question by you.
Thank you.
Snow, unfortunately, is not a rapper. He is a great dance hall artist.
A dance hall, like where old people go and play bingo?
No, that's not a dance hall. That's a bingo hall.
In Texas, dance halls are that.
Dance hall is a genre of music. In fact, I don't know if you know this, Wondery has done so well with the Milli Vanilli podcast.
Which I love.
The Snow podcast is next.
Shut your mouth.
That's right.
Snow, let it fall.
No. Hold on. Inform me, ...
Oh.
Snow, let it fall.
Oh my God. We just got rich. All right.
All right. Up next, guys. This weekend was the 22nd anniversary. That's not really a thing, but the 22nd anniversary.
Oh, yes. The big 22.
Oh, yeah. Of arguably the greatest match in WrestleMania history. The Rock versus Hulk Hogan. Do you want to continue to talk about Eminem being Dr. Dre's favorite MC or move on to Rock Hogan back at WrestleMania 18 in Toronto?
I love Eminem so much so that just today I was trying to track down my sweet mom's spaghetti Eminem hoodie that I ordered during the NFL playoffs that somehow got lost in the mail. That's how much I love Eminem. But that being said, I'd like to throw him over the top rope, Peter, because I have some questions about specifically The Rock. But we can also talk Rock Hogan turning the big round fat number of 22. So Eminem, please.
You're out of here, pal.
Yeah, boy.
I absolutely love Rock Hogan. For anyone out there who got old and they weren't into wrestling anymore when WrestleMania 18 came around.
Yeah.
I wasn't watching when 18 came around, but when I went back and dove into everything, this is one place where I revisit over and over again. The crowd at WrestleMania 18 was amazing. The story that they told, the back and forth. First, the crowd's rooting for The Rock, then they're rooting for Hogan, then they cheer for The Rock. It's amazing. If you've never watched it, and I'm telling you right now, tweet me after you do this, someone, or Instagram me, whatever. Yell at me on the street.
Oh, yeah, do that.
Go on Peacock and look up WrestleMania 18, watch Rock Hogan, thank me later. Okay, Beto, your questions, go.
So question number 1, actually 2. Did you ever think watching that or rewatching that we would be here about to see WrestleMania 40 and The Rock would be in that headlining? And secondly, what did you think about The Rock dropping the Ja Morant diss, but then quickly following it up with a I love you, Ja, which then sort of negated the heel-like quality of the original statement?
I don't know if I would have guessed The Rock would be at Mania 40, but I don't think it would have shocked me either, just on account of like, you think about how old Hulk Hogan was when he had that match with The Rock at WrestleMania 18. Like, this is sort of a cycle that repeats itself. There was controversy on Friday about The Rock's promo and the fact that while he's become this big old bad heel, when he was in Memphis, he kind of skirted the line a little bit and acted like a little bit of a good guy.
He did. I did not like that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I want you to stay like solidly bad guy.
Yeah.
There was a little part of you that goes, was his ego just like, nah, I want to get cheered? Because Rock basically grew up in Memphis. I mean, not grew up, but his early days in wrestling were Memphis. He lived there for a while. Do you think he's just like, I don't want to get booed here. I just want to get cheered.
But that's the whole point. You should want to get booed there so loudly. And by the way, it was a good sentence. Like, Ja Morant did what he did. It's self-inflicted. I thought you should have stuck with it, but it was sort of like, oh, that just took away.
I know. Don't soften it up afterwards.
Yeah.
I hear you. If I see him at WrestleMania, I'm going to tell him you said that.
Please do. Please do. Oh, but I still love him. See what I did? I went backwards. And that's not what I mean. Tell him exactly what I said with my chest. It's weird when I say that. We're halfway through the show, which flew by the way. Right now, the most important topic of the day is Rock Hogan, the 22nd anniversary of their WrestleMania. Who knew? Who knew? We'll be back. Welcome back to Over the Top. Serious work. Our next challenger, do you have anything good for me?
All right. Well, The Rock and Hulk Hogan are waiting in the ring, but up next, the Chiefs are winning the offseason too. Kinda. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are linking up once again, this time off the field. They're opening a steakhouse that I will never go to called 1587 Prime. The news has fans excited and speculating whether ketchup will be on the menu, since Mahomes is famously on the record as enjoying the condiment on a ribeye.
Oh, God.
Do we want to keep talking about Hulk Hogan and The Rock turning 22? Or move on to the steak machine that is Travis and Patrick, a.k.a. Travic.
Or Pattis. Patvis. I love Rock Hogan turning 22. I had it in my calendar. But that being said, over the top, y'all both go, because I love a good steak.
True.
But what I'm going to have a real hard time with is going to a steak place where one of the owners is on the record as telling us that ketchup is good. Not just on any steak, by the way, on a ribeye, arguably the best cut of steak that exists on planet Earth. So I don't know what to tell you. Do I need to go to a restaurant? It tells me these steaks, are they going to just automatically cook them all well done? Because that would be the next step in a crappy steakhouse.
It's a great point by you. You've said a lot of things on this show. This may be the most brilliant thing you've ever uttered. Listen, I do ketchup on a lot. And when I was young, when I was a kid, I remember, because like, with all due respect to my mama, steak, if my mom made a steak at home, it was not.
Oh, no.
No, it's just not the steak that we're used to.
It's fair. That's fair. It's different at home.
It was like a tough, bad cut, nothing kind of steak.
Wait, on the grill or like on the stove?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. A grilled steak at home is delicious.
My parents didn't even make grilled steaks.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, got a picture now.
No, my name's Peter Rosenberg, and we did not have steaks on the grill or sausages.
Hi, Peter.
Hey there. Hi, how you doing? We had hamburgers and hot dogs and some chicken. That's all you got on the grill.
Fair
so
enough.
The steak would, it would be like some really basic grocery store steak with some instant mashed potatoes. I would dip both in ketchup. Ketchup on the taters, ketchup on the steak. But now I'm a man. I'm a grown man with 2 dogs. Whoa. And I do not want ketchup on my steak. I don't even necessarily need like steak sauce.
No. We don't put sauces on meat. If it's good meat and it's cooked correctly, salt and pepper. That's it.
Hold on. What about those steakhouses that offer like the delicious extra sauces, like the fakakta, truffle sauce, and
or like a chimichurri? Yeah.
Right.
Look, if you want to get it on the side to partake in perhaps a dip or two, fine. But my God, And look, when I see a steak come out and sizzle, sizzle, yum, yums, and then there's a giant dollop of like butter on top of it, what are we doing? A cow died for this. Don't let it be in vain. Thank you. Respect it. Eat it like it's supposed to be eaten. Medium rare, salt and pepper, delicious.
Are you one of those people who guilts people when they go medium well?
It's not guilt. I just think you're a fool and I can't respect you. So whatever that's called, sure. Up next, the inventor of karaoke, and that is how I say it, wow. Shuichi Nageshi has died at the age of 100. Oh, I love karaoke so much. Do we continue to talk about nasty people who put ketchup on steaks? Or do we switch to honoring a true karaoke king?
I'm more interested in the food.
But I do love karaoke so much. And to live to be 100 after giving us one of the greatest gifts that we could possibly have. I have my own karaoke machine. I love to do karaoke anywhere karaoke is. I don't need to drink. Matter of fact, I tend not to drink. I just do it because it's fun.
What's your karaoke go-to?
I start with Cher, if I could turn back time. And then I like to read the room. Like I remember we had just come off of a bad Supreme Court. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
On second thought, I'm sorry. I didn't get the steak and ketchup over the top. We got to stay right here with this karaoke legend.
Karaoke.
He's
going. Awesome. Okay, so first of all, just imagine the idea of karaoke, like what it is. It's the most perfectly simple thing to put into practice. Yeah. But this man will go down.
It's called singing. It's called singing.
And in history, he will be the man that gave it to us. Okay. Oh, I like this. I like this question that Andrew gave us. I think it's Andrew. We got $1 million in your bank account tax-free. It just pops up in tomorrow. But you have to sing one karaoke song perfectly. I don't know who determines that. In a room full of your drunk friends. That helps. What's your pick and why?
Let's go with you first since you do this. I've never done karaoke.
If I could turn back time, if I could find a way. That's for sure. Okay, go on. You.
Do you believe in... No, I wouldn't do that one. I don't know.
No, because you need the machine. You could take your machine with you, though.
Yeah, I could do that.
Ooh, it's terrible.
Do you believe?
Do you believe in life after love?
That sounds like
no, didn't work.
different group that I can't think of because I
yeah.
This.
What would my song be?
It could be anything. I mean, if you did like a rap, then it would be a little. You don't have to sing.
Right, that's easy though. I want it to be easy, right?
Well, yeah, $1 million tax free
to get it exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I go Tribe Called Quest Award Tour just to make sure I don't mess it up.
You could also do Divinal's Touch Myself. I think you could do that one.
I don't know anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself. Oh. Yeah, it's not a hard note.
No,
what I used to always want to do. This is really a guilty pleasure now because I hate the man.
Oh.
With all due respect, Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow Picture.
Oh, that is and you are right. He's hated and for good reason. But you are right. You get the right person to do that duet.
Life in a slow hell. Different girl every night at the hotel. See, but it's already hard here. And I don't know how he does it because he has a horrible voice. I ain't seen. See, it's already hard to hit that first note, though. And he can't sing for shit. But he knows how to do that part.
Maybe they helped him a little bit with some buttons here. By the way, we should do a special edition of Over the Top where we just talk karaoke for an hour. In honor of the karaoke king.
Except I think they had to bleep out everything we just said.
Just get the crap versions that you can get on the internet for free. Covered by, who knows?
Up next, guess who's back in the news?
Guess who's back? Oh.
Our favorite, Kanye West.
Oh, no.
And what a claim. He claims he is responsible for every genre and trend of music in the last 20 years. Quote, I created weekend genre, Trav, Drake, everybody, Future, and Thug. Do you want to keep going karaoke or move on to Kanye West?
I love karaoke, but because I am really just eager to hear what you have to say about old Crazy Pants McGee, kind sir, please, over the top you go. May you rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace, sir.
That feels weird to send a dead man over the top. I probably will have a special place in hell for that. Thank you guys at Over the Top. Peter, talk to me. What's wrong?
I mean, listen, 808s and Heartbreak was a very influential album, but like the idea, I mean, this is okay. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
I created with my co-host, Cypher Sounds, the first ever hip hop based interview podcast. We did the first ever. You sit down and you talk to people and they reveal like their whole history. We were like, we're going to document hip hop stories. There had never been a precedent for it. There wasn't a genre yet of like music history podcast. We started it in about 2007.
Okay.
It would be ludicrous though for me to just say, I invented hip hop podcasting. I invented. No one would exist without me. Nori wouldn't exist. This one, that one, I could, but it would be crazy. You'd say, hey, I tried this thing early on. And I think it had some influence, but then also obviously creative people do things and you play a part in it. Like Kanye, have you ever heard of T-Pain? Because he was sort of big on the auto-tune tip, and so was Lil Wayne, and so was Akon, and yeah, like he was influential, but like The Weeknd, the whole genre of The Weeknd.
I don't even know what the whole genre of The Weeknd means. Does he have his own genre?
Well, I guess he's saying it's a genre that's like The Weeknd, like this kind of moody hip hop. I would say that you are a huge influence in that, but there are other people who are really influential in that as well. Future would like a word. Lil Wayne would like a word. I'm sorry.
Are people still listening to Kanye, or are we just doing what we're doing right now, taking the words, laughing at him, and then moving on with our lives?
And also, do you ever get to a point where like maybe you should say no to the interview?
Oh, no.
Or like, is his greatness so high all time that like you say, let me take the interview because whatever, he's still a great artist? Or do you say, I'll take the interview, but I have to at least ask him about the bad stuff? Because most people I'm noticing, they just take the interview. They don't ask about the bad. They just go with, let's just celebrate him as if nothing's happened.
Yeah, I don't want to celebrate him as if nothing's happened. I think a lot has happened. So until all of it gets addressed, which I don't even care what his answers are going to be. I don't care anymore what Kanye says. I'm not going to listen to his music anymore. It's a shame when old songs come on, you're like, this was a great song. And now I feel a little weird when I hear it, but I try to separate the two. And that's where we are.
I know everything's sort of a false equivalency, but here's how I feel about it. And I haven't gotten to express this really properly, but if there was a great artist who like let's suppose Kid Rock was dope.
God, hold up. 2 Kid Rocks and what?
Well, because I think it'll make sense here.
All right.
Let's suppose Kid Rock was really dope. And by the way, there were things I liked about Kid Rock. He was a DJ. You know, there's some things there that exist. He was like a battle DJ. It was actually pretty good. And he hasn't said, Kid Rock is disgusting. He has said absolute filth. I would argue, though, none of it has approximated, yo, Hitler was not all bad. Like, his stuff is bad. Like, and if I were to sit down and interview Kid Rock and not bring up any of the bad stuff, I feel like people would go like, dude, that's really gross. You sat down with a guy who we can tell is a racist and terrible, even though like he hasn't been as explicit about it as Kanye. I think people would be disgusted. Yet Kanye literally praised Hitler. And I just see one person after another that I know sit down with him like, dude, let's just chop it up, man. Like, I'm a big fan. And I'm like, I don't feel like this. I thought we Jews run the media. It doesn't feel like it. We do a terrible job running the media because Kanye keeps talking everywhere.
I think the treatment of Kanye in light of his anti-Semitic feelings is a very telling observation. And I find it fascinating because you're right. The things he said have been atrocious. But I also think there's part of the people, myself included, who legitimately thinks there is some sort of flesh-eating disease going on in his brain. From the things he says, from the way he dresses, to the way he conducts himself, to the way he treats this wife of his, and the way she's paraded around in some bizarro world performative art thing that I can't understand. All of it just tells me we're dealing with a cuckoo for Coco Puffs situation, and I don't find it interesting anymore. I'm actually quite bored. That's sort of where I am on Kanye.
I love where you're at. And I also love that you, like me, also still say cuckoo for Coco Puffs. I say it semi-regularly. So, yeah.
There we are.
I think and by the way, I think the disappointing part is, though, if you really pay attention to how he moves, sometimes it seems like he's actually not crazy. Like he picks his spots. You can watch where he's like, I'm not going to be crazy here. I'm going to do just what I need to do. And then I get all wacky and crazy. And it's almost worse. So.
No, those are just moments of lucidity. Up next, according to Shaq on his podcast, the difference between LeBron James and one Michael Jordan is that nobody fears LeBron. Ooh, do we want to continue talking about Kanye?
No, Kanye, bye. LeBron, let's go.
Okay. The fear thing is an interesting word here because we use it a lot in sports to determine, the real men from the boys, as the kids like to say. Peter, what do you think about Shaq saying this currently?
Shaq said, quote, I've heard players say, including myself, I feared MJ. He said, I've heard players in Mario Chalmers' generation say they feared Kobe. I've never really heard any players say they feared LeBron. First of all, I've never heard of the Mario Chalmers generation.
Yeah, the MCE. I have t-shirts. MCE, Mario Chalmers era. MCE.
Oh, the era, the MCE.
Yeah, it's an era.
So here's the thing. I think the lore of Michael Jordan, I agree, is different. And Michael was nastier than LeBron. We all know that to be true. So I just wonder if that makes the whole fear of Michael feel like a bigger thing. Like, are you telling me like you enter a series with LeBron James, your team's set up to play the Lakers and people aren't going like, all right, so what the hell do we do about LeBron? They're just like, whatever. Is that what we think?
We don't think that. Matter of fact, I know we don't think that because we're already looking ahead here at mid-March to the playoffs and potential play-in situation and who's going to get the Lakers and how people probably don't want the Lakers or the Warriors. But we don't talk about LeBron. I think there's something to the cutthroatedness, if that's even remotely close to being a word, of Kobe and MJ because of their personalities, right? They were not friendly. They did not want to be friends with you. They didn't want to stick around and hug it out. None of that. And LeBron is the extreme polar opposite. He wants to be liked. He may tell you he's not listening and he may tell you he doesn't care, but we all know he does. And he's very much about being loved. So I think that plays into it. But I think as an overall sort of competitor and opponent, yeah, they may not use the word fear, but nobody wants to face that dude come playoff time. Nobody. Even at 40.
I don't think I have much to add. I think you nailed that. All right, up next, the men's bracket is not without its own controversy. On the heels of some wild conference tournaments that included upsets galore, number one seeds ousted, buzzer beaters, and bids stolen from bubble teams like St. John, Seton Hall, and Oklahoma.
No way.
That makes me feel like you're good and you would rather. So you want to keep talking about LeBron versus MJ and toss March Madness vibes over the top?
Actually, hold on. Because there's a simple fix for this March Madness. It's the same thing we go through come college football playoff time because there's a human element in all of this. And there are men and women making these decisions, right? That lead to people saying, we were robbed. I do have a fix for that. And it's quite simple, Peter. So I guess if you want, we can throw Shaq dissing Bron over the top, unless you've got more.
All right. Shaq-o, over the top you go. Let's talk about March Madness. Beetle has a fix for all your March Madness ales. What could it be?
Robots. We're done. Robots. No more people. We're not going to have people decide. There's not going to be a committee. There's not going to be a thing called Selection Sunday because, let's be honest, Selection Sunday is really about the bubbles and those teams that did not have a clear-cut path to the tournament and the brackets. But you put robots in charge, there's nowhere to take your bitching. The robots use the algorithm spit out who's in, boom, done. We move on with our lives. If you didn't get in, I'm sorry. You're more than welcome to the NIT, or you can whine about that and not play in that as well. That's totally up to you, but robots.
It's almost too easy. You figured it out in 1 second. And by the way, can these same robots handle umpiring in MLB and maybe reffing in football?
Yeah, they can handle everything, Peter. And I realize as I'm saying this that I'm also advocating for the demise of all men and women on planet Earth. But that's coming anyways. The robots were always going to take over, and they were always going to get rid of all of us. I saw Maximum Overdrive, and I've seen it probably 37 times. I know how this story ends, but until we get to the end, let's have perfect brackets.
You're so right. Everyone will eventually lose their job to a robot, except for the one field where the human brain is needed. It can never be emulated by something artificial. That field, of course, sports talk radio.
Oh, I thought you were going to say poetry.
No. It's sports talk radio where only the smartest minds go.
That's a great point. Well said. Up next, we've got the savior of San Antonio. Wemby had himself a game against the Nets on Sunday night. Another Wemby-gami. We're not good. This is not sticking. I don't know why we keep trying to use that.
Wemby-gami? What the hell is that?
It's our way of trying to get a cool Wemby word out that just means when he crushes life, which is a lot. But he had 33 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 7 blocks. By the way, 3 assists and 3 blocks away from my quadruple double. First time any player in NBA history has put up those kinds of numbers in one game. If he gets this quadruple double, I win $10,000. So for the love of God, man, make it work.
Wait, you bet that he would get one?
I put $100 on it like a few weeks ago, and it was whatever those odds are. I can't do that.
Wow.
Yeah. 100 to 1. I don't know what that is. Yeah. So 10 grand. Let's go.
That would be
He's
mage.
so close.
He should get it. He should get it.
If he does, I'm going to quit my jobs because I'll have enough to live forever.
That's right. 10 grand? You would be stoked, though.
Yeah, I would
Can we at least have... Can we at least
the
have
world will know. Trust me. Do we want to continue talking about brackets and whining, or switch it over to Mr. Wembenyama?
No, toss March Madness over. Over the top you go. Let's talk about what needs to be. Beetle's been waiting to have her moment to talk about Wemby. Wait. The Wemby-gami. I just need more. What's going on here? Why are we thinking
I think it's like a tsunami or like something of great proportions that is being done by Wemby.
It's like
Wemby-gami.
origami?
It does sound like origami, which is why I don't think it's going to stick personally. But we can, again,
It's like
workshop
origami, Wembagami.
But how is that? How is origami cool? Like, I like origami, but it doesn't mean domination.
I'm told, and this should tell you everything you know about everything you need to know about how lame it is. It's apparently it's from Reddit.
I don't go to Reddit. I have a life and friends.
Origami, like scorigami, but
No.
Wemby-gami. No.
What's scorigami?
I don't know, but this is what happens when you let virgins decide things. This is a problem.
Reddit you go to see like pictures of dead people that the internet won't allow you to see? Because that's what I thought. Am I have that wrong?
Reddit has more than that, but
okay, my bad.
I love Beetle's big time internet boomer takes. By the way, who cares? You're better off for it.
I don't know. I've heard of Reddit. Obviously, it's all lowercase. I get it, and it's got like a colon for some reason. I don't understand.
I get it. Lowercase, right? People talk on it. It's like a chat room. It is like chat rooms. It's basically AOL chat rooms. It's AOL chat rooms, but like even nerdier. It feels not chat rooms, message boards.
Is it like 4chan? Was that a thing still?
No. Don't. You didn't
That's where murders go.
You didn't spend time in 4chan, did you?
No. Is that a murder thing, or is that an energy drink?
Hold on.
What is 4chan?
It's like an alt-right board.
It is?
Right.
I thought it was an energy drink.
No, that's 4Loco.
And that's where you get drunk from energy drinks. Looks like I just taught a lot of people a lot of things. Edit it all to make it sound like it makes sense, please.
I know. Leave that just as it was. All right, hold on.
Fair enough.
Hold on. It's been 90 seconds.
Oh,
so wait, Beetle. Oh my God. Congratulations, Beetle. Hold on. Let me
It's happened. It's
happened.
It's happened.
Beetle has gotten her way. Wemby has won the day. Wemby-gami it is. The new, undisputed, most important thing on planet Earth is that very, very lanky young man. He did it.
He did it, and it's just one of many to come, Peter. This will not be the last time he is the most undisputed important thing in the week than the Earth. Yeah, something like that.
You are killing it this week.
Good God, am I asleep?
Do you remember that time when Wemby got all excited and accidentally punched Beetle at a restaurant in Las Vegas?
That was me. Little known fact. I read it on Reddit.
All right, that's it for us. Tune in next week to determine the only thing you need to care about and what goes over the top. What a day.
What a show.
Congrats, Wemby. Wemby Gami. What the
Wemby Gami sucks.